The recession smashes savings. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee and let's have a look at this article from Yahoo Finance discussing savings, or asking the question, what does the recession mean for my savings? Now, it's an interesting question there posed by Samantha. I think the ability to stick your money in a bank account and get a nice, healthy interest rate return with pretty much no risk for doing absolutely nothing is a thing of the past. The cash rate now is so low, 0.25%. It is going to have tremendous impact on the economy if the Reserve Bank even dares to think about raising the rates. Just wait and see. We'll see in months' time when there's, we'll be talking about articles where the chairman of the Reserve Bank threatens to increase rates because unemployment is low, and then boom, the market will adjust. Look at what happened in the US. Can you ever dig yourself out of these artificially low rates without having tough economic times? And these interventionists, they don't want tough economic times. They don't want recessions. They can't handle it. I think the problem is the way they were raised. Their parents were too soft on them. What do you think? So let's have a look at this. Is the saving dream, is it going to disappear? And some people depend on their income from just savings in a bank to get a decent return and to live off. Maybe that's a thing of the past. And the risk is, are people then going to shift their money to more risky assets or more risky investments? And maybe they don't have the experience to or understanding of what they're investing in, or investment. They don't think to go to investment advisors or professionals, or they may get suckered in on some of these wonderful scams that are all around the place. More and more of them seem to be popping up, particularly now during tough times. It's kind of sad. It's taking advantage of people. So, the widespread economic impact of the pandemic has plunged Australia's economy into a once-in-a-lifetime recession. Let's hope it's a once-in-a-lifetime recession, because we had a recession back in the early 90s. So, this is the second one I'm experiencing, but now as an adult as opposed to a child. Recording negative economic growth for the first time in 9 years, and it's hurting your nest egg. So, Australian interest rates are at record lows. In times of crisis, such as the pandemic, it's typical for central banks to attempt to cut interest rates to stimulate spending, with the view it will slow down any decline in the economy, a strategy known as quantitative easing. Low interest rates help to stimulate growth by making it cheaper to borrow money and less favorable to save, which in turn prompts both individuals and businesses to take advantage of low-cost borrowing and opportunities to make or save money. For the COVID-19 recession, the official interest rate was cut to a record low 0.25% in March as the COVID-19 pandemic hit our economy and saw it dive into a once-in-a-lifetime recession. Now, one thing I'll look up at the moment, ASX interest rate predictions, and we'll see here what the current prediction is. This is the rate tracker. So at the moment, predictions of cutting the rate to 0% at the next board meeting is at 84%. At 84%. What do you think? Do you think that'll have actually any... It's going to save people depending on savings, but will it have any impact on economic activity? The question is, will that cut to 84%, or the cut to 0% interest, the cash rate, will it have a greater impact on consumer confidence, plunging that down, or will more people just go out there and spend? Just think about it. If mortgages get even a little bit lower, how many more people can jump into their market and buy more houses, everyone? So, with the Reserve Bank targeting 0.25% for the Commonwealth Government bond yield, Governor Philip Lowe is indicating that based on the current outlook, a change in the official cash rate is unlikely before 2023. Well, that's what he said, but we're having the market predicting an 84% chance of it going down, and that's going up, everyone. At the 14th, it was 73% chance. So I haven't seen it this high, actually, in some time. I don't think I've ever seen it at 84%. So Aussie savings have rocketed. Interestingly, household savings are on the way up despite the pandemic. We're worried. People are scared. Some people are better off financially now with JobKeeper and increased government welfare payments than they were working. That's really quite sad, to be honest. ABS data shows that household savings in June this year were 10% higher than in February and 31% up from January. A recent Finder survey showed that the average person surveyed stashed away $793 a month in June compared to $604 during the first month of the year, as a volatile economy and fickle job market is putting pressure on personal finances. So how does this affect my savings? Whether you've been saving for a home deposit or a new car, or simply putting money aside for a rainy day, the current economic climate may be making you fret about your nest egg. Unfortunately, with record low interest rates, they're a great economic survival and recovery technique and excellent news for Aussies wanting to borrow money. It's not good news for personal savings because interest rates are so low. A year ago, the average Big Four bank ongoing saving rate was 1.77%. Now it's just 0.81%. And if we think about that, I'm just going to bring up the, RBA or ABS has it? The RBA. The RBA is saying our inflation is at 0.3 negative. So negative 0.3%. But if we go over to trading economics, we can see the calendar, because we have interest rate announcement tomorrow coming out, and they're expecting the forecast rate for year on year to be 0.6%, forecast quarter to be 1.4%. So if you take the quarterly inflation rate change and the average interest rate of 0.81%, you're technically negative. You're losing money on your savings. And what happens when you lose money on your savings? Well, our Reserve Bank governor let us know about that, and that essentially means people save even more. So what does this mean for your nest egg is that you're potentially not getting as high a return as you should. Well, should you be getting a return on your interest? The money's not worth anything to the bank. So you shouldn't really get anything. This is where the advertisement portion of this article obviously comes in. So the Big Four banks, there you go, and look at the difference. It's all heading down. So according to comparison site Finder, even online banks such as ING and UBank, which are traditionally known for their competitive savings rates, are offering just 1.5% and 1.46% per annum, respectively, on their higher interest savings account, which is a significant drop from previous figures. Remember when it was around 5%? Remember when you could get 5% interest? So with interest rates so low, is it even worth putting savings aside? Yes, not least for financial security during a volatile and unpredictable market. That's the thing. We need to have a rainy day fund. You shouldn't be expecting to make any money from it. You should just have it sitting there for emergencies. Finder also points out that aside from interest, savings account offer 3 other key benefits. First, savings accounts offer safety. This is because your deposit of up to $250,000 within an Australian bank is protected under the Australian government guarantee scheme. What's going to happen if they actually have to implement that? What would be the public outcry? I know there are a lot of people who are worried about bail-in. We'll have to see. I think the government will just hand out money left, right, and center to prop up houses and mortgages before people get to that risk. I think they'll stuff the economy up in other ways before they allow that to happen. There's no political will. Because one of the Big Four, can you see them falling over? They're sure they've propped them up in the past and helped them out. It shows you that's what they've done. Even the Pyramid Building Society in Victoria, they just put paid everyone back their money, put a tariff on something, and years later, I think just recently, everyone got their payment back. Look that up if you want to see what insane interest rates were. There'll be a lot of, there's probably, I remember my father was talking about that. They were getting really high interest rates back in the day. So under the scheme, unlike the event that something were to happen to your bank, the government would guarantee your cash deposit up to this value. It's designed to encourage Australians to keep their money with Australian banks. Secondly, savings accounts are extremely liquid. Well, the problem with this guarantee, if the banks can, in certain circumstances, bail in before the guarantee kicks in. There's certain things that would hopefully be more clearly articulated in the legislation, and which One Nation Senator Malcolm Roberts is trying to push through with the help of others, and it's getting held up or not pushed through, or there's no need to worry. And whenever the government says no need to worry, people worry. So by comparison, shares and property are much less liquid, given there are costs on transactions and applications for things such as redraw on a mortgage such as redrawing on a mortgage take time. Thirdly, while a savings account isn't attracting great rates, it's not losing you any money, unlike if you were to put all your money into shares or investment where you can end up making loss. Well, technically, with the inflation rate going up to 1.4%, you are losing money. You are. And then you got to remember, guys, there's also the all monies clause. The bank has the power to combine all your money together to pay off all your debts. You can have the banks calling you up doing a call saying we don't want part of your business anymore. You need to pay all this off within a month. Stuff like that happens. They're not our friends. Just remember that. Right, so is there anything I need to do? So shop around and make sure you're getting the best interest rates available among the big four banks. I mean, is this even worth your time? 0.4, 0.8, this, okay? Westpac Life accounts continue to lead the offerings 0.8. I mean, this isn't, we're not even talking about anything at 1%, guys. This is a joke. This is a joke. And here we go. Here's the part of the ad. Robobank, introductory rate of 2% per annum. 2%. 2%. Wow. What do you think, everyone? Let me know your thoughts. I mean, is it even reasonable anymore to expect to get anything decent from your savings? Is it even reasonable to think that you're going to beat inflation? This is what's going to happen, guys. The cash rate is artificially low. The government is pumping stimulus out left, right, and center. Everything is getting thrown at property one way or another. Maybe just keeping up with inflation is the goal. As always, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you're a fan and want to support the content I create here, there are a few ways you can. You can join us on YouTube or Patreon. You can support us using our affiliate links at Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or Kucoin. You can buy merch from HeiseSays, use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint, or support us via PayPal. Take care. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.